How's it going, Dokkan Ninja Turtles? Welcome back to another video. If you guys are new to the channel, you like what you see, sub up, turn on notifications. That way you get notified when we go live and also put up more videos. So I've been brainstorming. Yeah, I got a brain. That was mean and hurtful. Okay, that was mean and hurtful. Sometimes y'all are so mean, but I've been brainstorming a couple of things that I would like to see in this game implemented in updates over the year of Dokkan, and a lot of these could definitely help and benefit a lot and also be very, very helpful for older units and also newer units. So here's the first thing I want to go ahead and say. The new KaioKen Goku is really the reason why I want to talk about this first one, was because this guy, in my opinion, is such a miss right now, and I do not see the vision for him unless what I'm about to say pretty much comes true in some months or so. This guy and his passive, and well, his super attack of 10% HP loss, and then also the other Kaiokens as well too. Like, let me just say this: if you're running a full KaioKen Goku team, you must love pain and you must love to hurt yourself. So that's the only reason why I would see you running this whatsoever at all. But him and how he's sort of built right now, and like I said, I'm not seeing that vision of this unit. I in my opinion, I think this unit is ass. I'm just going to be honest with you. I think he's ass. You can let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree. But seeing as I need to make a video on you guys' community summons, which will probably be up to date, I would probably assume that most of y'all probably agreed on that. So the reason why is we need a unit, or at least units going forward in a update later on, that have some kind of special passive. And I don't mean like a domain like that's there for a little bit, a couple turns, whatever, and then it goes away. I don't mean a passive that is here for, you know, only on rotation, or it says it works at the end of a rotation, or it works at the beginning of the rotation, or it works maybe for 2 turns of the rotation. No, I mean an actual passive that is a special passive that is 100% activated throughout the whole entire fight. So no matter what, no matter if they're on the rotation, if they're a floater, whatever it is, it needs to be working. And to be quite honest, I wouldn't mind it being on the spicy unfeatured units. That way you sort of chase after those spicy unfeatured units a little bit more, and they kind of feel a little bit better to get. Obviously some LRs and obviously Dokkan Fest and stuff like that. Eventually they'll probably do it if this is the case, and this does happen at some point. But for instance, I'm going to take a unit like Kid Buu, because he's probably one of the easiest ones that I can really talk about on this one. And let's go with this guy for a second. So him and all the other Kid Buus, this is just representing a Kid Buu, especially a new, hopefully LR Kid Buu for Tanabata, or well, probably won't be for Tanabata at this point. Maybe Worldwide Celebration, I don't know. But so, like how we have their passive, their basic effects. Actually, this guy is not the better choice to sort of. Let's use you for a second. Actually, no. We need a more updated. There we go. There we go. We'll show you as it. So okay. So as you can see down through here, you have your basics and everything else that happens after, with all its other bulletin points and when things are going to be activated. We need one down here that is always active special passive. And with this one, just like how you have every time the character receives 2 or more attacks in battle, you recover 10% of HP at the end of the turn. See, that's one of my examples of we don't need that for that. This needs to be, we need to have one that's special that is passive always activated, recovers HP, recovers X amount of HP at every turn. So for instance, like with the Goku, with the new Goku, the reason why I'm going with this one right now is we need something like that, because the Gokus, they're losing too much HP whatsoever at all. And like I said, this could work with so many other units and also breathe life in so many other units, and also make Kaiokens runnable even more if they had a unit on the team that was actually recovering HP every turn. And even if it was like 20% or 30% of HP, that still would help every daggone turn. So especially when Goku, again, how he's built, the KaioKen Goku, and him being able to do what, like 3 or something super attacks, that's 30%. 30% of your HP gone just with that one unit. So if you're running other Kaiokens, then you got to add that in as well too. And by that time, either you're KOing yourself, or the unit's gonna do it for you. They're gonna put you out of your misery. They're gonna take you in the back, yell at you, and that's it. So this is one of the reasons why this is at the beginning of this video, because I really wanted to talk about it, because that's a fresh sort of character right now, and we need passives like, and like I said, they can work with so many other units and stuff like that. You can have like the androids where their special passive and stuff like that for one of the units could be that they don't lose ki. So if you're going against an enemy that decreases your ki or something like that, then it won't work. It won't happen. You won't have that effect, and they'll be like, hey, cannot lose ki. And because I mean they're androids, they don't. You see what I'm saying? They don't run out of ki. Like they can get beat up and KO'd and you know KO'd, but they can't lose ki. So that would work well for them. That's just another example on that one. I'm pretty sure you can find way more examples in the comment section below that you can say, but that's one of the ones that I really wanted to talk about at the beginning of it. And also to sort of go with another one, items, because I know we don't necessarily use a lot of items in the game currently right now. And a lot of people like to no item run and everything and stuff like that. So items are kind of like, if you really have to at a certain point, then people sort of do them. But we do have new battle motions because we're in Dokkan 2.0. Like, we need to have something with the actual items as well too. And these are all capsule items. So why not have the capsule sort of battle motion updated to where when you use an item, the character battle motion is them popping out an item or capsule, boom, and then the effect proceeds to happen. And while we're on that topic, not to sort of piggyback on domains, but you can still have more of these down here where they're like field effects, like sort of like a Yu-Gi-Oh thing, but like a field effect. So for instance, you can have like the hyperbolic time chamber that's going to give you link level XP. You can have that in there, and then you can go on and so forth with other examples with that down the line, and that would help out a lot more. That would make, you know, the Dokkan 2.0 sort of a simulation a little bit better in terms of how you really feel and how you really use the items, especially if they have like a different sort of effect with sort of the boom and stuff like that, depending on the sort of grade of, I guess, capsule that you're really running. Like if you're running like the old ones and stuff like that that aren't really all that great, and then you get the other capsules that are, you know, a little bit better depending on the actual capsule, you might have a different effect with those. And also it can work with every character in the game and only be for the character that is actually like in that rotation that is about to attack. So if you haven't attacked with that one, so say your first slot you've already got orbs, and then your second slot you haven't got orbs, then that character model will be the one to pull out the capsule, and then boom, everything would happen just like it would normally. But with that, so that's another one that I want to say. And then actually the last one that I've really been saying for a very long time is the hidden potential system. I do think the hidden potential system needs to be extremely, I'm just going to do this really quick so I can zoom out. There we go. Extremely updated for especially older units, and then also for all of us that do summon quite a bit in the game. Kind of sort of piggybacking off Legends here, where Legends has extra sort of pages that you go on and stuff like that. Once you've sort of finished a full page, then you go to the next one. Like when you zoom out, you have so much room all around that literally could be used. I mean, you could have something right here, you could have something up here, and if you so choose to not do something up here because you have the skill orbs that might possibly be blocking, you could have something over here. And then the biggest of all, the space that you have down here, you could have something even bigger here. And the reason why I'm really bringing this up the most is because one, it helps a lot of the units that aren't going to super easy A. So all the spicy and featured units and stuff like that are not going to super easy A. Everything that's not a Dokkan Fest or an LR, it will help them out quite a bit. That way you can take sort of your favorite unit and get those dupes. Look forward to getting those dupes once you have the rainbow, and then you can use an extra dupe to unlock another path, then use an extra dupe to unlock another path, and then you can unlock your final path down here that would give you an even bigger boost, and even have maybe some new sort of gimmicky things that's in here as well. So maybe you might be able to unlock, maybe have a choice between getting some kind of damage reduction, maybe more percentage on evade, even additional, like maybe even additional actually built into the character, so you get an actual additional super attack out of it, or normal attack depending on the unit or whatever they want to go with that. You can have something along the lines of that. Maybe I would say guard, but I don't think that would necessarily work all that well. I don't think they'd give guard. It's just be more like your HP attack, defense, and then maybe some more additional crit and dodge. And then, like I said, you maybe get some actual percentages on everything else built in it as well too, that would sort of help out. And that would probably be that. And once you've sort of had that, so for instance, like how this guy would be a rainbow and then you get your rainbow star at the end of it, you could have it go to an actual type star. So for instance, like if I take this off and we go to our URs really quick, and let's go with you. So for instance, like how we have the Goku, we have a super easy game with this Goku. Instead of this being a rainbow star with this one, this would be a blue star that is glowing with the blue border in the back for the super easy A. And this blue star would let you know that you've completed the other 3 that you were using. Because in my opinion, I have a lot of dupes. Like, and this would help out a ton for all the dupes that you're getting, and also help out for a lot of units in going forward, especially when you're looking at certain units and you're like, man, if I could get this much out of this unit, just this much more out of this unit would be great. I'd run this unit even more, you know. And this also could help us, you know, push this sort of narrative of having more HP on our teams as well too, because we do have high HP and stuff like that. Now we do have a higher leader skill, but if we had this as well too, we could sort of get like units that, like teams that had like 1.3 1.4 million on the actual team HP, which would help out a ton in a lot of the harder events that we're probably going to definitely be getting going forward. Because again, you still have to remember, I know we have Festival of Battles right now, that one stage, but we might get one for the Tanabanta and also the worldwide celebration. So yeah, you could probably see where that's going. And we all know that the worldwide celebration is another meta, and the Tanabanta is there to get you ready for another meta. So that's what I'm sort of going with on this one. This is sort of my brainstorm that I've been having for this one, because like I said, I'm definitely tired of looking at old units and being like, you're not going to get a super easy A. Like, you're just going to collect dust, or I have way too many of your, you know, SSRs for other ones that you're already rainbow that I've already went ahead and bobbed as well too. Well, now it would help out a lot more if you could go ahead and just not bobble those units right off the bat. So I personally think this would breathe a little bit more life into Dokkan with just a couple of things that I've sort of brainstormed. We've already got other things that I would personally like, but we're actually steadily getting those, which is the wallpapers. I really do enjoy that quite a bit. Other UI sort of things of being able to sort of like change the scouter up here. Instead of it being like green, maybe you can change it a different color, or maybe I don't know, maybe a wallpaper may change the effect of this at some point. Maybe that is like a special wallpaper, like maybe like a legendary wallpaper that actually is animated like this, maybe has aura in it as well too, and then changes that. That's just another little thing I'm throwing in at the end of this one. You can let me know if you have any sort of future updates that you would like to see in Dokkan happen at some point in time in the comment section below. But other than that, have an awesome day/night, stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.